Hello.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Can you see me too?
Yes.
Okay. So, good afternoon. My name is Teacher Grace. What's your name?
Hello. Nice to meet you. My name is Crystal.
Well, nice to meet you too, Crystal. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I am doing great. Thank you so much for asking. Is this your first time to have an online class?
Yes. It's my first time to
Wow.
practice oral English.
Oh, online. Well, welcome. Welcome to Acadsoc. Welcome to my class. And since this is our first class together, allow me to quickly and briefly introduce myself. So, again, I'm Grace. I'm 36
Mm,
years old. I am a nurse, but I used to be also a financial broker, stockbroker. And I'm also a mother. I have two daughters, a 14-year-old and a 3-year-old. And I passed my IELTS test very long time ago in 2006. So, how about you, Crystal? Can you tell me about yourself?
um, Sorry.
That's
Uh,
okay.
uh, mm, 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 mm. Hello. My name is Crystal, and I'm from Jincheng, city of Shanxi province. And
Mm.
I'm a student, but now I'm living in Tianjin, and because I'm a student in Tianjin Polytechnic University, and my major is literacy. Um,
Mm.
but I'm very poor at English, oral, especially oral English. Um, the last time uh, when I speak English is 5 years ago. Oh, 不对,
Wow.
few years ago.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Okay.
So
And
I need your help because uh, I'm going to attend the IELTS test.
you're going to take the IELTS test for the first time?
Huh?
Is it
Sorry.
is it the first time that you're going to take the IELTS exam?
Yes. It's
Oh.
first time.
Mm. Okay. When? When do you plan to take the test?
Um, December.
December. Oh, okay. So you have about a couple of months. And so that's your main reason why you want to practice your spoken English. Okay. Well, I'll be glad to help you with that. Now, what is you said you have poor spoken English skills, but based on on your introduction, you do have a good foundation. So what do you think is your weakest point when it comes to the English language? Is it grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary? What do you think is your weakest point?
Mm, ah, I think all. uh, Grammar and vocabulary.
Mhm. Okay. Well, don't worry, I will help you with that today. But yes, pronunciation and accent should be the least of your problem. Because when it comes to the IELTS test, accent is not a big issue. Okay, it's more on how you deliver your answer, your confidence. It's not just about the words you use, it's about your confidence, how you speak. So I'm not just going to help you with your grammar, with your vocabulary. I'm also going to help you with your attitude and your confidence when answering the exam. Okay? So because that plays a big part. Do you have a target score when it comes to speaking?
About six.
6. Oh, I think that's achievable. The one of my student when she took the first IELTS exam, she got a 5.5, and then we had a 1 month class, and then she got a 6.5, and then we had another 2 week class, and she retook the exam for the third time, and she got a 7 for speaking. So I think,
Oh,
yeah. So I
great.
think
Mm,
yes. So that's achievable. So are you ready?
okay. Ready. And I need your help.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, don't be shy or don't be embarrassed. Okay, I will be asking you questions, but if you have questions, feel free to ask me. Okay? I have a different strategy in teaching IELTS because I want you to be comfortable. If you're comfortable, you can think more, so you can say more.
Uh,
But again,
uh,
don't be shy to ask. So I'm not going to show you the question because you have to also practice your listening and comprehension skills. Yes? So I'm not going to show
okay.
you the question. I just want you to listen. We will start with part one, Crystal. We will talk about discussion or conversation.
Mm,
When it comes to discussion, do you prefer to talk or to listen?
mm, talk.
Talk. Why?
Mm, sorry. In fact, I didn't hear clearly about your question.
Okay, no problem. I can repeat it. Um, so when it comes to conversation or discussion, do you
Uh,
prefer to be the one talking or to be the one listening?
oh, 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 oh. I think listening. Mm.
Yes, why?
Because I think only listening you can only during listening to other people you can know about other people's opinion and to learn about learn more learn about the the topic uh, uh, you you are talking and.
And is there anything else?
Uh, I think uh, listening um, is a good way to release others' press,
Release
dep-
others.
depress, 压力.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. We will stop there, okay? We have three questions, but I want us to focus on the first question. Okay, so what do you think of your answer for the first question? The first question was, do you prefer to talk or to listen? So, what do you think of your answer?
Bad.
Bad. Actually, it's not bad, okay? Not bad for the first time and first question. So, so here are, okay, so for question number one, here are the words that you used. Um, okay, first would be when you are thinking of your answer, because yes, we need time to think and process the question, right? And think of our answer. Let's not use and ah. We call that fillers. This is a big no when it comes to the IELTS test. So what you do is use words such as that's a good question. That's a good
Oh,
or oh, that's an
thank you.
interesting question. Let me think. Let me think what to say.
Oh,
Okay. Or you can also say, oh, I haven't thought about that. You can also say, let's see. So while you are thinking, you can say these words slowly, and then the examiner will understand that you are thinking and processing of an answer, not because you're looking for words. Okay, because if you are looking for words to use, they would like give you a low score. But
it's
if
okay.
they see that you are thinking of an answer, like what to say, then that will not affect your score. So you say these sentences. Okay, so that's for fillers. Next, when answering part one, follow the QRS method. Q
Oh,
means question. Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Yes. So when for example, the examiner said, "Do you prefer to talk or to listen?" So, oh, that's a good question. Let me think what to say. I think I prefer to listen. Okay, so that's answering the question.
Yes.
So you already have two sentences. Are um, provide reason.
Provide reason. Provide reasons.
Yes, if you have one or more, one is okay. Like, oh, I prefer listening. Because I think when we listen, and then you can give your reasons.
Reasons. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, because when we listen or while listening, you would know about other people's opinion, learn about more about the topic you're talking. It's a good way to for the other person to release so on and so forth. So that's your reason. See, you have already like so many sentences. And the last would be supplemental. Supplemental.
Mental.
Supplemental. It means add details or examples if
Details or
necessary.
examples. Necessary.
Okay, so if you want to share something personal, for example, just like when I'm learning English, I learn more when I listen than I talk. So that's a supplemental, that's an additional detail. So you will never run out of things to say. So always follow this method when you're answering questions. Okay, if the examiner asks you why, like what I did earlier, I said why? Why listening? It means you need to speak more.
To speak.
Yes, so immediately provide reasons and also details if necessary. Okay, now let's go to your answer. So I said, do you prefer listening or talking? I think listening, that's okay. You can also say,
I choose to listen. Choose to listen. I choose to listen more rather than talk. Talking. Listen.
okay. So if you look at the sentence, when we are using to, no ing, so we don't say to listening. To plus
Yes.
simple, okay? But here there's no to, so we can use ing. So when we're using to listen, to climb, to sing,
To listen.
to
To
talk,
listen.
okay. And when you said only listening, during listening, so you made mistakes. So when you made mistake, for this one, only listening is not wrong. You can say only by listening we could. No,
Only by listening. By listening we could.
we could, and then this answer, and then this.
Know about others' opinion. Topic you're talking.
You're talking about.
About.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. So if if you make mistakes, don't make it obvious. If you make a mistake and you want to correct it, don't go back to your mistake and say blah, 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 aniga. Don't say those expressions. Don't make it obvious. So let's say you made a mistake. Um, After listening, or rather, I mean during listening, or I mean only when listening. So use words rather than sounds. And then it's a good way to release others. Ah, okay. For this one, I think it's better if you say, for your last sentence, you can say,
When we no longer able to talk. When we're able to talk. It's a good way. Then to it's a good way to release pressures. Depression.
so you can say treasures or depressions. So I heard you use press or depress. So that's treasures or depressions. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So what do you think? Any questions about the words and the strategy?
No, I think you are very professional.
Oh, thank you so much. I want to use the word thorough. I think I am very, oh, sorry, thorough. You can check the chat box. When you say someone is thorough, it means they are very detailed. You know, every
Oh.
details are are taken care of. Okay. So, yes, but I think your ideas are good. It's just how you deliver and how you organize your answer. So make sure to follow this. I'll ask you question number two. Try to follow the strategy, the QRS method. Okay, let's go to question number two, Crystal. When you do talk,
Mm.
what do you like to talk about?
Uh, that's a good question. Let me think about what to say. I think I like to talk about travel because travel is a great thing to make people happy. And talking about this and sorry, and
Yeah.
talking about this can um, let people know about other places and other story and other people's story. So I think talking about travel is a good. It's a so I think talking about travel is a good is a good is a good way to relax.
Okay, wow. So what do you think of your answer this time?
That too.
No, I think it's better than the first one because you have less pauses, less ums and ahs, and you answer straight away. And you were think I can see that you were thinking fast. So it's better than the first one. Okay. So you talk about travel. Yes. So question number two. Travel, it's a great thing. Um, it's not wrong to say it's a great thing, but thing is very general. We can use other words to uh, change the word thing because we use thing if we're gonna think of an exact word. So maybe we can use it's a great um, method. It's a great strategy or just any specific words rather than thing. Okay, and I like the part that you said it's a good way to let people know about other people, other stories, and their stories. That's a very good answer. We can also talk about culture.
Oh,
So, culture
culture
exchange or
exchange.
cultural exchange. When we travel, we learn about other cultures. So, we can say that. It can, this is very common, it can broaden or widen our horizon. I sent it in your chat box. Okay. Um, yeah, so you can also use the word, you can also use the word topic. So instead of saying talking about travel, you can instead say the topic of travel is a good way. Because you already said talking about travel like three times, two or three times, so change it at the end. Don't try not to repeat the same words. So the topic of travel is a good way to relax. Okay. So I think you're doing better. Let's go to, and you even applied this one, the first one. So good job. Let's go to question number three. I think this will be our last question for this class. Have your discussion topics changed since you were a child? So the topics that you talk with other people, has it changed since you were a child and then compared to now?
Mm. Um, let me think about what to say. Of course, I have talked about this topic, but I think it's difficult to answer. It's difficult to have answer, because I think when I matured, I have a little memory, and I forgot what happened in my childhood. So I can't give you a perfect answer in this question.
Okay. Thank you so much. And what do you think of your answer to that question?
I think I have no answer in this question.
Okay. Well, try to, okay? Even if it's not real, even if it's not true, maybe you can, even if your answer is simple, maybe you can give some general answers. So, for example, the first part, you already said the word matured. Since you matured, okay, you forgot um, what happened in your childhood. Very good. It's actually a good sentence, a good good grammar. Okay. So you already used the word matured, so you can compare it. When I was a child, uh, we used to talk more about childish things, like childish matters, such as toys and games and animations or cartoons. Okay. But now that I am matured or grown up, grown up, um, the topics I talk about with my friends are more. Can you think of another word for matured? Are more serious, maybe, or adult-related topics. Okay, and then you can give an example. Remember QRS, supplemental. So, for example, now I talk with my friends about school, about my grades, about my career, my job, things like that. Okay? Yes. Okay. I normally don't give an answer, but I can give you a general guide. So let's try it again. I'll ask you this question again. Okay. Have your discussion topics changed since you were a child, Crystal?
Um, when I'm short, I
You don't have to use the same words. If you have came up with an idea, you can use that again. You can use different words this time. That's up to you. So, just tell me, was there any difference between the topics you discuss or talk about when you were a child and the topics you talk about now that you're older?
um, uh, when I'm short, I talk about topic about computer games. Um, in that time, I think the best things in the world is um, computer games. But now I think the world are pretty abandoned about some other games like jogging and play table tennis
Mm-hmm.
and my work, my study. So um, I I I changed the ideas about the topic.
Oh, yeah, it's very good. That's way better. Although I know you can do so much more. But this is their first class, and you haven't spoken English, you said, for what, 3 years? You said 5 years? So not bad. It takes a lot of practice. So you said games, computer games. When you were talking about jogging or running, table tennis, you can say sports. Yes, sports. Okay. And yes, so you can say that the topics, and then at the end, yeah, your conclusion, you can say, so yes, there has been a change in the topics that I discussed when I was a child and now.
I am.
No, just a conclusion. There was a change in the topics. Okay. So what do you think of your first class?
I think you're very good.
Oh, thank you. I wish I can teach you more. I have so much more to teach you, not just words, um, but also strategies when it comes to, because it's not enough just to know a lot of words. You have to have a strategy, how to get the attention of the examiner, what words to use to really get that high score. So I hope to see you in class. And do you have any questions?
um, do you think a six score for me is difficult?
No, I don't think so. If you take at least one class a day, every day, for 2 months until your exam, I think you can achieve not just six, probably 6.5.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you, thank you.
I think what you're lacking is just practice and confidence because you are nervous. Like, oh, I don't know what to say. I think you're thinking that, and you are thinking in Chinese and translating it. But with continuous practice, you will stop thinking in Chinese during class. So when someone asks you in English, you will immediately think in English as well. So that's very important. So yes,
Mm,
I think you can achieve 6 or 6.5. Just make sure to
mm,
take multiple classes, daily classes. Anything else? Any other questions, Crystal?
and when can I just make an appointment with you
Oh, I'm always
next time?
available. Oh, you can ask your learning consultant. If you want to enroll in Acadsoc, they will help you with the schedule. You can tell them what time you prefer. So just let them know,
Okay,
and they will help you.
okay,
I hope to see
okay.
you